Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with a C. Hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Okay, so today is, well, there is no agenda, quite honestly. Wanted to come and chill. It's Friday afternoon here in South Wales. The sun is out, as you can see, and I just kind of wanted to come for a bash and bring Old Faithful out. So we have got Big Green with us today. Nothing's been done to this truck. I mean, literally nothing. So that kind of gives you an idea of how reliable this truck has been for me, and I have used this, and it's one of the trucks I actually don't bother cleaning because it goes out that often. And today I'm just literally going to talk you through how I got into the hobby, what the hobby means to me, why I enjoy it, you know, why I come and bash with people and stuff like that, and just generally just kind of chill out and have a one-to-one with you guys while I'm out running my truck. So going to put the head cam on now, going to put some batteries in Big Green. We'll have a little chat about the car for anyone who doesn't know, and then we're going to start ripping around here. So I'll see you in a second, guys. Right, okay guys, so Traxxas X-Maxx Ultimate 2024 edition. As you know, they've just updated this truck, so yeah, I'm really keen to see what the actual changes are. I don't think there's a lot, to be quite honest with you, and probably the spec of my truck now is more than what the new version is. Now, I'm not dissing the new version in any shape or form. Absolutely awesome truck, but as you know, this isn't a standard truck. A few little changes here and there. A lot of it is standard, apart from, obviously, I've captured all the hinge pins, got a Max 6 in there, larger fans on the motor, but the big changes here is I am using the Vitavon mod 1.65 gearing, the full drive shaft arrangement in the centre from Vitavon, Garage Life RC bumper springs, and I'm trying to think now, was there anything? GPM hub extenders, and the Vitavon springs. That was the biggest change I've noticed with this car. Honestly, these Vitavon springs, the dual rate springs, have been absolutely awesome for this truck. Really kind of leveled it all out. Oh, by the way, as well, Garage Life side guards, Garage Life battery straps. I am using my Radio Link handset, the RC8X. Now, as you guys know, absolutely adore this handset. I am going to be doing a year review on this very, very soon. I've actually got another one now. So, there you go. That kind of gives you an idea how much I actually like this handset. X-Maxx Ultimate, there you go. So, that is what the car is. I just noticed I have got a screw loose there, so I'm just going to tighten that up a second. So I'm just going to pause 2 seconds. And oh, I forgot to mention, we have got the hardened gearing here, so I am running 50-20 gearing in the truck. I'm trying to remember, and here's the Traxxas hardened gearing. Batteries is the Z's 6500 120Cs. I'm not using any LIHVs in here today. Just got a couple of sets of packs that I want to cycle, but I am going to be running the Turnigy Rapid 6000 mAh 100C batteries that they sent over from Hobby King. I'll put a link in the description where you can pick these up as well, guys. So I'm just going to pause 2 seconds, tighten up that bumper spring, and we'll go. Right, so yeah, I've had these packs for a while actually, guys. So I just needed to cycle them because I have been using a lot of my DXF batteries, and I just wanted to kind of make sure these are all working, no problems at all. There it goes, recognised, we're on 8S, so that's good. So let's have a little chat, is basically what today is all about, while I'm having a rip around with my X-Maxx. And this hobby has actually been a bit of a blessing for me, in many, many ways. And I've met some absolutely awesome people in the hobby. That's one of the first things. Started the hobby when I was, well, 13 I think it was. Now, when I first got to know my father, after I moved away from, let's say, my mother and everything, it turns out my father was actually into RC himself. He actually had there a Tamiya Porsche 959 of all things. It was like the holy grail these days. Started to get into it. He let me have a go with the car, started enjoying it. So then he bought him, I think he bought himself, what did he buy? I think it was a Tamiya Hot Shot or something. And obviously piqued my interest, the buggies. Now, at the time, I was doing a few little jobs here and there, started saving my money, and long story short, there's a place in Cardiff, Cardiff Market, that sells like second-hand hobby gear, whether it be cars or planes or trains or anything like that. Your typical market stall, you know, second-hand stuff. And I saved my money and picked up a Schumacher Cougar, so the original Cougar, and brought it home, started to get into it. I was travelling back and forth to a place called Vitavon in Cardiff, and I can remember picking up my first modified motor for the car. Built the car up, started getting it ready. Now there was a club in Cardiff called Cobra Racing, and basically it used to be held in a place called Heath Park, and I used to go down there with my father, and he'd drop me off, he'd have a wander on the park, and I started racing with him. Now time went on, started to get into the hobby a little bit more, still ran the Cougar, started upgrading bits here and there, obviously started buying the parts I needed to become competitive while I was racing, and yeah, obviously my interest in RC was born sort of within the space of a year. Absolutely adored it, but as time goes by, obviously, as you do, being a alpha male, kind of get interested in girls and other hobbies and stuff like that, and long short, decided to sell up. Now, years went by, and I then got back into the hobby after many years. Went back down to Cobra. Well, when I revisited the club, I was quite surprised really, because I went down there and they were all into carpet racing. So 110 scale touring cars. So I bought a second-hand car from someone in the club, Lindsay, the guy's name was, who was basically the club's parts sales guy, or you know, anything to do with RC, you went to see Lindsay. Time went on, started racing, started getting into it a lot. I think again I was still using, it was some sort of modified Tamiya. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I converted it to a touring car. Never competitive, it was actually terrible, to be honest with you. Handled like an absolute pig, but they had classes and what I would class as a basher class, but it was great fun, obviously. Lots of camaraderie, getting to know people, and yeah, just something to look forward to. And I think that was kind of what drew me to it, really, was getting to know people, having a laugh, kind of looking forward to meeting up, and you know, not essentially being competitive. Well, me being me, wanted to actually be a little bit more competitive and obviously keep up with the guys there. I actually ended up picking up my first X-ray kit, because they were all running X-rays, and look how beautiful that truck looks with the dust roofs in, honestly awesome. And yeah, I started building up the kit, realised obviously this was kind of on another level, and absolutely adored racing this X-ray. Well, things got more competitive, I got extra cars, kind of had sponsors here and there. When I say sponsors, only little shops and stuff like that. Nothing major, no major manufacturers, but obviously it was nice to get noticed. Started doing like the nationals and indoor tracks, going to places like Chippenham, and travelling around the UK with a bunch of the guys that I went out racing with, and again, a lot of fun. But anyway, as time went on, my children were born, and I had to sacrifice the hobby basically to be dad, and no fault of their own, obviously. You know, as a father, you've got to look after them, and yeah, gave up the hobby. Went back to an old hobby that I used to with DJing, Again, still enjoyed it, but I don't know, there was, as time went on, we basically always kind of enjoyed watching anything to do with RC, still reading some of the books, and obviously the big COVID-19 thing happened. All of us, we all got locked down. Well, the whole of the world started looking at old hobbies and stuff. And I can remember, because by trade I'm a driver, and it was a really hard time. Honestly, it was a hard time for so many people. And nearly run myself over. Oh, that would have been interesting. X-Maxx to the shin. Yeah, it became quite a tough time for me because I kind of separated from my family. I am a very sociable person. I like to be around people. And yeah, obviously when all that's taken away from you and you're working stupid shifts and stuff like that, and coming home and then obviously you're trying to make sure your loved ones are kept safe, did have a toll on me, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Put my head in a very weird place. First thing I realised is the general public, well, so there were some absolute idiots around. That was one thing. But number two, it also made me kind of look at what's going on in the world and my life, and it was just really hard to kind of keep my sort of head focused. Now, I genuinely have got OCD, guys, okay? So obviously I like to keep things tidy. I have a certain way of doing certain things. And routine is definitely one of them. So obviously take that routine away from me, and yeah, mental health wise, it did affect me in a big way. So things got weird. I kind of had a funny turn. And I can remember sitting in bed with my beautiful wife, and she just caught me looking at like some of the, at the time I think it was like Kevin Talbot, Tom Lee, and a few other YouTubers I was watching. I just started watching all these people bashing these trucks around and thought, I'd love to do a bit of that. And yeah, I started watching the videos, and she turned and went, I bought you one. So that was my introduction to this awesome hobby I'm in now. Now, from that has developed into, obviously, what you see in front of you is a YouTube channel, obviously. But one of the main things is a clear head, number one. Obviously, helps me focus, separate myself now and again, just go out and enjoy myself. Number two, I've made some absolutely amazing friends. Honestly, you know, people I can rely on day to day, and would also hope they could rely on me. A lot of camaraderie. I've met people from all over the world. I've spoken to people in the comments, and yeah, it was just an amazing thing this hobby has actually become for me now. And I think that's what a lot of people have got to realise as well, is don't get too hung up on the politics, guys. I go out, enjoy yourself, have some fun, talk to the people you want to talk to. If there's people out there that you don't want to, don't talk to them. End of. Game over. Don't get hung up on stuff. But we're all here for one thing, really, and that is this: going out, a bit of fun, enjoying yourself. Look at the countryside I'm in. Well, I'm lucky to be living in the area I do. I've got some lovely countryside around me. The sun is shining. I've got some air in my lungs, and the world's a good place. I can go home, spend some time with my wife and my daughter, and obviously see my boys when I see them. And everything is cool. I don't have to stress about too many things. Where will this go now? I'm not saying that it would obviously be nice if this hobby became a full-time job for me. Will it ever happen? I don't know. I'll keep plugging away, keep doing what I'm doing. But the main thing is for me is I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. And I think if you can just separate yourself from a lot of the nonsense that goes on in the world and go out and have a bit of fun and enjoy yourself, I think, you know, that's half the battle, guys. We all got stresses and worries and things that happen in our lives, but to just come out and get that 5 minutes piece, or 10 minutes, or an hour, or even a day, where you can just kind of switch off and enjoy absolutely amazing headspace. And I would kind of urge other people to go and do the same. And if there's any new people watching into the hobby, honestly, it's not just about the cars, guys. It means so much more, honestly, so much more. Bouncing back to the truck though, I mean, this thing is just a tank, honestly, and it just, every time I get it out, it just works. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not stressing it out, but you know, obviously I do go to different locations, and the X-Maxx for me obviously was my dream truck. As you guys know, I've got a video on the channel. Me and Rob went out. This was a big part of the channel. We went and kind of remembered his father, obviously, and also me and him, obviously, friendship wise, we've always spoken about the big trucks, that sort of thing. And obviously the guys that I go out with, Gareth, Marty, and all the other people that I speak to, we all have the kind of same hobby. You know, there's Grum from Grum's RC, my friend Ormy as well, and it is all about, again, it's that separation from the world. But this truck, honestly, just such a cool piece of kit. Absolutely stupid as well. But if I had to pick one truck out my fleet, to get, you know, the one that I would kind of keep, if everything went pear-shaped, this would be the one I keep, I think. But just because, I don't know, it does everything for me. It's fast, it is controllable now, as you can see. It handles nicely. They're easy to work on. Now, yes, they're expensive, but that's the actual buying cost of the truck. One thing I will say with Traxxas is, yeah, the price of admission, expensive. But maintaining these things really isn't a chore, as opposed to some of the other trucks that I own. And I have found that things tend to last, don't wear out as much. I have less problems with my Traxxas stuff than I do anything else. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about things like my race truggies and all that business, but yeah, they're just epic, honestly. A lot of fun bashing about. I mean, no agenda here today, like I said, just dust clouds talking to you. And what a wicked piece of kit. Actually, I just thought about something. Those fans are definitely cooling it down, because it is quite warm here. What temperature are we on? 20 degrees at the moment. So it might not be warm for everyone, but I have run this car in this sort of temperature, pinned it the way I am, and she thermaled on me once or twice. So those fans I fitted to the car are definitely doing the job. But as I say, where would I like this to go? Well, quite honestly, I don't know. Very lucky at the moment to have manufacturers and stuff supporting the channel. So I appreciate every single manufacturer and sponsor that I've got with the channel. I've got some amazing friends that also support me. My wife, Christ, very supportive lady. Just amazing that she kind of spotted me doing what I'm doing and got me back into it. But yeah, just a wicked little hobby this. I'm going to pause 2 secs, guys, because we have gone into LVC. And yeah, I haven't stopped talking, have I? So give me a sec and I'll come straight back to you now. Right, okay, so I have got the Turnkey Rapids 6000 mAh 100C batteries in the truck now. So take it back out for another rip, just give it a quick blow off, get any dust and dirt and debris out of it. But talking about trucks, obviously would like to bring another truck to the channel at some point. Now, as you know, I am quite fancying a UDR, that's one thing, and I think with the UDR, especially with a little location, what I've got here, I think it would be absolutely awesome just roosting around in dusts, clouds, and yeah. You've also got Penalta, one of the spots that I go to. Again, another wicked place for something like a UDR. But then again, I also want to get vehicles on the channel that you guys enjoy watching. So let me know in the comments what you think. You know, what sort of vehicles would you like to see here? Would you like to see more small scale, more larger scale? I also quite fancy a Kraton 8S. Sounds greedy, I know, because I've got the Outcast and the XRT and this. But I do definitely enjoy the 8S trucks. There's something about these. I am noticing a bit of punch difference here actually with these batteries over the Z's. Technically the Z's should be as good as this, if not better, because it's got more C rating on the Z's. I'm still running a stock motor as well, which I've got the GPM end bell on the truck, and that really has helped with the motor grenading issue, I think. I know a lot of people with these trucks grenade the motors terribly. So extra fans, that GPM end bell. Still running the stock servo. I had no need to change from the servo that came with the Ultimate in the first place. Such a wicked truck, honestly. Just looks badass roaming around in this grass and dirt and wicked. Bring it back over here, shall we? So what does the hobby mean to you guys? I'd love to know. I really would love to know. I mean, it's been a very big part in my life actually. I've always been into it. Now I know a lot of people will love the things like Tamiya's and stuff like that, but don't know, things have changed for me. I do feel that there's a space for people who collect the Tamiyas and enjoy them, but I don't know, just when I came back into the hobby, I can remember I had that Zach Speed Capri on the channel, the TT02, and it was all well and good having the car on road, but when I looked around my location and places I could go, just didn't make a lot of sense really. You know, I'm out here having a lot of fun, kicking about in the dirt, I'm out of the way of everyone, and I get to play with these absolutely awesome trucks. She's ripping. She is ripping. I mean, what's your favourite scale is another question. Do you like 1/8, 1/10? Do you like the 1/5 scales like I do? And obviously, I say 1/5. I think Traxxas classes as 1/7 scale. That's not a 1/7 scale, let's not be silly about it. 1/6 actually, I think it is, what they class it as. Turn in. Power around this pole. Roost for days back down to the bottom corner. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'd love to get back into racing. That is definitely something I'd like to get into, but I'd like to do outdoor racing for a start. But unfortunately, there isn't many outdoor clubs anymore. Again, going back to when I was a kid, there was tons of them. Now, I know close to where I live, down west, there are a fair amount of outdoor courses, but nothing close anymore. Strange. It is strange. You know, obviously it seems to have died off in my local vicinity. But then, having said that, I do a lot of bash racing with friends, so still having a lot of fun. But it would be kind of nice to, you know, do some proper laps, get them timed, and then kind of fight against the clock, improve your times. And I suppose that, when you think about it, that's where my kind of sense of tuning my truck and everything is. Why, you know, why I enjoy being on the floor. I do like jumping, but it's not what really tickles my pickle, if that makes any sense. Natural jumps, I think, is something I enjoy. Hitting ramps, maybe not so much. There's a time and a place for all that. And it's just not something that I do much of. I suppose the other good thing about it is owning a vehicle like this thing should technically last forever. I think part of my problem is I've got too much mechanical sympathy as well. Those sledgehammer tyres are absolutely awesome tyres though. I understand why people put these on their XRTs. They got so much grip on the loose stuff. Just an awesome truck to look at. I will say though, I'm hard pushed to say which one I prefer between this and the XRT. I think this one tops it for me though. The XRT is awesome, but I don't know, just the X-Maxx is kind of on a different level because you can kind of go anywhere, do anything sort of thing. You know, does it handle as well as the XRT? No. But it's certainly no slouch now we sorted out the springs. I love the way it pitches and rolls as well, and obviously lifts those tyres up. And I think, again, that is one of the things that I enjoy, is watching the way the vehicles kind of animate themselves around in certain areas. I enjoy watching the suspension going down, compressing, the wheels lifting up, coming into a corner, you've got that kind of drifty, anything, you know, it's just anything where the vehicle is kind of moving around, my eyes are drawn to that. I am a big rally fan, and that was one of the things I used to love watching when we used to go watch a rallying and everything as well. Such a menace as it comes rumbling past you though, honestly. It's mad though, because on this truck there literally isn't anything I would do to this. No, genuinely, I'm happy. I can't think of anything off the top of my head I would change about it. which is 110% a good thing, because generally I can find something I'd upgrade on any vehicle I own. Cocking our wheel up, are they? Pin it, pin it, pin it, pin it. Crazy thing. Absolutely bonkers. What's your favourite truck at the moment as well, guys? Here's another question for you. What is your favourite truck at the moment? Favourite vehicle? What is the one that you kind of go and reach for? Whenever you go out, if you have multiple cars, which one do you think, right, that's what I'm taking with me? If you had nothing better to do, which one is your go-to truck? Because you're probably looking at it for me. This is the one that I think, yeah, I got an hour to spare. I know what shall I grab? Is this. But I suppose this and the XRT. The Outcast. I need to get that out a bit more, actually, to be honest with you. I'm waiting to do a video on that, because M2C sent me some overdrive drive shafts for it. Overkill drive shafts, sorry. Avery and the guys. Big shout out to them if they're watching as well. But the 8 is funny though, because the 8S trucks are so, between them all, close in my opinion. The XRT and the X-Maxx kind of got the same sort of characteristics to an extent. Well, mine have anyway. The Outcast is very kind of in between the X-Maxx and the XRT. It's got the goofiness of the X-Maxx and the more planted feel of the XRT. So, as I said in the video, for me, the Outcast feels very truggy-ish in some ways. I'd love to try a Creighton 8S. Pin that throttle again. I will say this servo though on this truck, it's definitely holding up well. Loads of people said to me about, you know, oh, I don't know if you can run it, it's a 6-volt servo, don't know if you can run it on 7.4. Well, mine's been running now for, what, 6 months on 7.4? I've got no issues. I think that's LVC there. Yep, that's LVC. But sun's starting to go in now as well. So yeah, today, good day. And the X-Maxx once again is doing X-Maxx things. Totally awesome truck. Totally awesome truck, honestly. Just a badass. Not one thing I would change on it at the moment. I feel the gearing's right, the drivetrain is right, the servo is good, the cooling is you know, I could possibly make the cooling a little bit better on it, I don't know. Body, despite having a couple of zip ties, that's actually holding up as well. Bumper springs now, I've got that sorted, shocks are good. You know, in the comments, guys, is there anything else you think I should add to this vehicle? Because I'm at a loss. I'm happy, and it is just working, and that's why I don't even bother cleaning it at the moment. You know, if it's clean, there's something wrong. I'll take it home, give it a blow off with the pet dryer, give it a bit of a blow down, brush it off with a soft brush. Make sure that all the screws are not hanging out and everything's working good, and get it back out again. But yeah, that's where my head's at with this truck. Just an epic vehicle. Right, let's go heads up. We are at the end of the vehicle. I know I probably talked your face off, but I have actually enjoyed talking to you and letting you know what the hobby is for me, why I enjoy it, and I'd love to hear your comments honestly, guys. Right, let's go up top. Right, guys, welcome back. Okay, so yeah, enjoyed talking to you on this one. Actually, just getting out, no agenda. Let's talk about the hobby, what it means to me, what it means to you guys, what sort of thing you're into, what sort of thing I'm into. Sorry, just putting the controller back down on the truck. Badass truck, this one. Just such a good RC, honestly. Especially in this kind of dusty area, or some of the kind of mining areas that we got, and yeah, just truly epic. So I asked loads of questions in this video, guys. Go and answer them in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the X-Maxx as well. And huge thank you for watching all these videos. All the likes, shares and subscribes go on at the moment. Truly epic. Honestly, very humble to have you on board, and it's a pleasure talking to you in the comments, and thank you so much for the response on the videos. I really want to know what you think truck wise I should be looking. It's not happening right this minute. What should I be looking at in the future? What would you guys like to see? Because I'm all about helping the community out and also discovering new trucks myself. Any changes to this? There's loads of questions in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Until next time, guys, check the box for more videos. Stay awesome. Stay safe, alright? Take care.